The 2017 SA Squash Series is proudly brought to you by Growth Point Properties. The squash calendar has included a number of exciting events this season. We start off today with the 25th edition of the SA National Championships, hosted by the Wanderers Club in Johannesburg.
The executive at Growth Point's always been quite passionate about squash. We've all participate in the game and we just really love it, and the relationships that it builds, and just the sport itself is a very good sport for the youth of our country. And we also took a strategic decision at Growth Point to try and support some of the smaller sports in the country, and certainly squash is one of the sports that has the most participants and has been battling over many years to try and get some financial support. And Growth Point thought it's a good thing to support this sport.
First up is the ladies semi-final between Western Province's Alex Fuller and Central Gauteng's Shayna Tucker. Fuller, being a former champion, was eager to reclaim the title. Alex was on top form and proved too much for Tucker, taking the match in straight games, 11-5, 11-6 and 11-1. The other ladies semi-final saw defending champion Milne Low going head-to-head with Alexa Pienaar from SACD. Pienaar was up for a good fight, but the Cape-based Low progressed to the final in straight games, winning 11-7, 11-5, 11-8.
Oh, it felt good. I wouldn't say it was comfortable. It was free love, but I really had to work hard. She was playing good squash, and I wasn't really finding my length and basic. I wasn't feeling as comfortable on court as I would like to, so I know I definitely need to step up my game for tomorrow.
The first men's semi-final was a very tough encounter. One of South Africa's best and most experienced players, US-based Clinton Liu, faced Gary Whedon, who narrowly won the first two games 11-9 each. Liu, not one to give up, came back to win the third game 11-8. Clinton's hopes were still alive, but Gary was in no mood to allow the match to go the distance and booked his final spot after winning the fourth 11-9. The second men's semi-final was a titanic youth versus experienced matchup when Teboki Mahotlo faced veteran Rodney Durbach. Mahotlo is currently also based in the US, but Durbach is well known in squash circles as one of SA's most seasoned players. The experience served him well, and the first two games went Rodney's way, with the second a resounding 11-1 win. Teboki, however, hit back to claim the third, but Durbach finished things off in the fourth 11-5. In the ladies' final, we saw two previous champions competing for the coveted title, both eager to claim another national crown. Defending champion Milne Low faced current world number 61 Alex Fuller. Both ladies are currently based in Western Province and have locked horns numerous times this season. The first game was extremely tight, with the players very evenly matched, but it was the world number 67 who took the first game 11-9. With a boost in confidence and her focus sharpened, Milne kept pressing, and the second game also went her way, this time slightly easier 11-7. In the third, Lowe hit the accelerator and charged to an 11-1 win to successfully defend her title. Congratulations to Mornay Lowe, the 2017 SA Nationals champion.
I knew it was going to be a tough game because I've played her a few times this year and we have a massive battle every time. So I knew I had to step up my game, especially from the night before. I wasn't feeling as comfortable. So I just had a clear game plan and I stuck to it pretty well and it paid off. When I was 2-love up, I knew now is the time to go into the next gear. I can't let her creep back in to give her hope to get into the match. So honestly, I just played really focused, playing point for point in that third game and managed to, luckily, I'm happy for that it turned out my way today like that. It's something you don't really get used to the feeling because you never know if you're going to get the opportunity again. So every title is special on its own. So without the sponsors, it's basically impossible to, especially individual sport like squash. It's hard to find sponsors to travel overseas, and so if you can get personal sponsors backing you all the way, it's really much appreciated.
The men's finale between Gary Whedon and Rodney Durbach also promised to be a fantastic showcase of South African squash. The 45-year-old former champion versus the man 10 years his junior, but still with bags of experience. Whedon, in good form, won the first game 11-7. As always, Durbach proved to be a resilient and relentless competitor, forcing Gary to work for every point, but the second went the same way, Whedon going 2-0 up, following a tight 11-9 game. With glory beckoning, Gary could have folded under the weight of expectation, but he stuck it out to win the third 11-8 to prove his credentials as a worthy champion, a maiden national title for the left-hander.
To put it into words how I feel now, I'm speechless at the moment. It really is something that I've waited for so long. So it probably hasn't settled in yet fully. Tomorrow when I wake up and head back home, I think that's when it's really going to sink in what I've done.
After the excitement of SA Nationals, it was time for the Jarvis Kaplan Cup. Pretoria Country Club being one of the host venues for the 57th edition of the prestigious competition.
Well, Jarvis, this year we've got the biggest entry that we've ever had. It's close on 250 players playing in 6 different sections, and obviously a bundle of internationals, as you've mentioned, including Karim Gawad, who's currently now number 2, I understand, after the last tournament. Was number 1 and was out here for a little while ago for some exhibitions.
It's great so far, and I always enjoy coming here and playing in South Africa. People here are great, and atmosphere, everything here is great. So I'm always enjoying and looking forward to play my Jarvis here every year.
Yeah, I'm really enjoying my time here and playing in the Jarvis Cup. You know, my team's made me feel really welcome, and it's a great event. You know, everyone's really passionate about their province. So I'm really pleased to be here and really happy to be representing West Province.
Rodney Durbach, representing Western Province, faced up to SACD captain JP Brits, a match that was sure to be a crucial point for both sides. Brits was down by 2 games but fought back 13-11, 11-8 and 11-4 to put the SACD team in a very good position.
It was quite tough in the start. I managed to get back after being down 2-love the first few games. I didn't get a good start in the games. I was behind for most of the games, and he just managed to finish it off. Luckily in the third game, I made a good comeback to get one game, and then I knew if I lengthened the match a little bit, I'll be a little bit fitter and then finish strong, and maybe it worked out like that for me.
Next up for SACD was Rudy van Niekerk from PE against Justin van der Merwe. Van Niekerk, a long-time SACD A-team member, showed true big match temperament and in 3 straight games got his side through. 11-8 in the first game was a good reflection of Rudy's gameplay, while the second, he forced the issue with a dominant 11-3 win. Justin fought back gamely in the third, but Van Niekerk had smelled victory and finished him off 11-7.
Tough game. Started off feeling a bit nervous, but at the end I just kept it straight and at the back, and I saw it after a while he was running out of legs, so I just kept the game going.
Next up it was Jimmy Schlebusch against Jonathan Sheehan. Schlebusch, inspired by the results of his teammates, was quick off the mark with an 11-7 victory. Sheehan, not eager to go down without a fight, claimed the second by the same score. With matters leveled, Jimmy went on the attack and won the third 11-5 to go 2-1 up. With the SACD spirit behind him, Schlebusch secured the fixture with an 11-7 win in the fourth to put the country district squad in a great position for the Jarvis Cup.
I got off to a good start, but then my length got a little bit shorter, so I had to fix that. Once I got that right in the third game, things went my way again.
In the Kaplan division, it was Ilani Landman going up against Alex Fuller. Landman and her sister Lume are now based in the US and returned to South Africa for the Cup. Fuller was in a fighting mood and took the first game 11-4. Landman came into the second with new energy and won it 11-6. With one game each, Ilani played fantastic squash to run up an 11-2 win. In the fourth, it was tougher going, but Landman managed to take it 11-7, giving Central Gauteng a crucial victory.
Mentally, it was really tough for me on court. I knew it was a very important match for the team in order to win the title for 2017. But after all, I'm very happy with my performance and I'm happy for my team for the win.
Next up, it was Shayna Tucker for Central Gauteng against 21-year-old Belgian Nele Gillis representing Western Province. World number 3 Gillis won the first game 11-6, but Tucker raised her game and took a tight second 11-9. The international pro, however, came through strongly and won the next 2 games 11-3 to hand Province the match.
It's really amazing to see the high level of squash coming through, and it's a great experience for Squash South Africa to see that type of squash.
The following encounter saw Michelle Cohn face off against Jill van Vlaanderen, which proved to be one of the most decisive matches of the week. Cohn played a gutsy match that saw her win the first game 11-4. Michelle continued to play great squash, winning the next 2 11-6 and 11-7. Cohn won the match 3-0 and secured the title for her Central Gauteng teammates, who were well pleased with the result.
Very happy with my performance. A lot of pressure, but did my best and managed to get a win. So yeah, felt I played really well, so very happy.
It's awesome for us to win it again. I think this year was really hard to do it, especially when we have the pressure behind us to do it again. But it was a really nice fighting spirit from our team to take it for us again.
When it was SACD's turn to face Central Gauteng in the Jarvis Cup, it was a clash of the captains as JP Brits squared off against Devin Hendrickse. The Gauteng skipper, also a well-seasoned player, came out strong, but Brits took the first game 11-6. The second game was a tough affair, with both players reaching the 10-point mark, but Brits scraped through to win 12-10. Hendrickse caused an upset by returning to the court and hammering a stunning 11-2 victory. Brits was motivated by the setback and produced a spectacular game, securing it 11-8 for the win.
We knew this match was going to be very important as a whole for the fixture, and being one love up in the fixture for your team makes a big difference. Everyone is more confident and the pressure obviously builds up on the other teams.
It was a special treat for the spectators to witness the next game as two of the foreign imports went head-to-head. For SACD, it was none other than current world champion Karin Gavad, playing his fourth year in the colours of the country district's team. Fares Dasuki was not making it easy for his countrymen, winning the first two games, but despite that, Gavad came back in style for a 3-2 victory.
First playing Fares was really tough, especially being 2-love down to such a great player. I just didn't want to give up any second of the match, even when I was 8-5 in the third and I was winning, and I just didn't want to give up. I didn't want to let my team down, so I just wanted to push because, you know, like when being in job series, you're the most experienced player, so you just need to give your team just positive, keep them positive and show them you're in the lead, and that's what I wanted to do today. From the first game, but I couldn't have the best lead, so I just wanted to make sure to not to let my team down, and I'm happy that I won today and made it easier for the team.
The last game of the tournament saw Rudy van Niekerk take on Dylan Groenewald. The PE player had already proved to be a plucky competitor, and this was one of the most even matches in recent times. The Central Gautenger won the first game 11-9, but the second was a reversal of that scoreline. The third game was a bit one-sided 11-4 going Dylan's way. Rudy hit back with some superb squash to level the match with an 11-6 win. The overall title would be decided in the fifth, as neither player gave an inch. Groenewald was 4 points up at one stage, but Van Niekerk came from behind in one of the greatest finals Jarvis has ever seen. A nail-biting 12-10 score in the decider, as victory was secured for SACD for the first time in Jarvis history. The best of the rest, SA country districts were crowned champions.
It was difficult. I went in the first game, I went 1-love down. Felt a little bit nervous, a bit weak there, but came back strong, felt a little better. In that third game, I just lost a bit of concentration. But in the fifth, being 6-2 up, I thought I had it. He came back, he played very well, went 10-7 up, and then I just thought, you know, losing Jarvis is not an option, so pulled it through.
First year we came here, it's like I see a big improvement in not only in my team but in all the South African players, and it has been great to be part of this Jarvis and watch my teammates winning and doing our first Jarvis. And I told them last year when we finished, came second or third, I can't remember. We talked and we said, like, for sure this year we'll do much better and we'll just push as much as we can. And here we are, came first this year.
We return to the Wanderers Club for the 2017 SA Open Championship. Here we see Alexa Pienaar, who was awarded the inaugural Hyundai Future of Squash Award, in which her contributions to the game were recognized. Her new prize being a testament to her efforts and what she brings to the sport of squash. She faced Milne Lowe in the first ladies semi-final, with Lowe progressing to the final. In the second last four encounter, Alex Fuller played Christine Ferreira, who raised her game. Fuller, however, won the match and booked her place in the final game. In the men's first semi-final, Christo Potgieter faced Dylan Groenewald, and a tightly contested match went to Potgieter in straight games. Christo took the first 11-7, but Groenewald would not lie down and made his rival work for an 11-9 win in the second. With his tail up, Potgieter brought his best to secure his spot in the final two with an 11-6 victory. The second men's last four encounter saw experienced Zambian Calvin Ndlovu facing youngster Lawrence Keane, who is studying in the United States. The match would be concluded by this epic rally. Lawrence showed his potential in his first major semi-final, but Calvin would secure an 11-6, 11-9, 11-8 victory and progression to the finale. In the ladies' final, Milne Low once again played PSA travelling partner Alex Fuller. This time, however, Fuller was eager for revenge and won the first game 11-9.
Hand up, 6-10, match 4.
Low then levelled matters after taking the second 12-10, but Alex was not to be denied. Milne made her work for a 12-10 win in the third, and by claiming the fourth 11-6, she became the 2017 SA Open champion in fine style. The men's final was a fantastic game of squash. Christo Potgieter from Potchefstroom against Calvin Ndlovu, now residing in Pretoria. Ndlovu is a seasoned pro, and an open final is generally a tight affair. Potgieter opened proceedings with an 11-9 victory and then took control with an 11-5 win in the second. The third would prove to be the final game, as Christo became the 2017 SA Open champion with another 11-5 scoreline to further improve a stellar year for SA CD players.
The match was awesome. I had a game plan from yesterday because I knew I was playing Calvin. It's the 9th time that I've played him in a final, and I stick to my game plan every single time.
The 2017 SA Squash Series is proudly brought to you by Growth Point Property.